And great morning to everybody today on this 16th of December, 2024 edition of Morning Mindset. I'm your host, Todd. How are you doing today, folks? I will say that even though I can't see down the street because of the fog, it is absolutely an amazing day. And why do you ask that? Well, we'll tell you here shortly. But if it's your first time here, long time here, first up, make sure to like and subscribe, share, turn on notifications, do all that, help us out. We are growing next year, and we need your help to do that. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area, and your top 5. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So for us, we've got DTF orders that need to go out, UV-DTF orders that need to go out. We've got shirts that need to get pressed. We've got stickers that need to get printed, and we've got supplies that need to be ordered. There's other stuff, but that's the important stuff because of timelines, because that's what this week's all about. The last week before Christmas is timelines, right? So we'll check in. So like I said, when you get in here, let me know that you're here, because majority of you who watch don't comment, which is fine. We're fine with that. But you need to comment because man, oh man, we got a lot going on today. So first up, morning all from Jerry. Good morning, Jerry. Tim, good morning, everyone. 47 out, finishing this coffee. Tim, how you doing this morning? Suffering a loss. I'm here for you, buddy. I've been through plenty. This year. So, I'm here if you need a shoulder to cry on. Even though, you just sit out and be fine. But things happen, right? And Barb, good morning to you from North Central Minnesota. 29, light snow, water in the cup, 5 things, invoice, 3D print, digitizing, setup, embroider caps, prep for holiday company. That's right. Holiday time is here. Hi, Tim from Barb, and hi, Jerry from Barb. And Brian's dealing with I think you just need to put your QB on the sidelines until playoff time, brother. Because high ankle sprain. We'll see how he feels today. Hopefully that's all it is. Good morning. 50, sunny, not raining and cold, and my holiday event is over and cleanup begins. I saw the pictures, and you did an amazing job on that. And here, we can't see the end of the street. It is so foggy out. It's in the 40s, but yeah, you can't see the end of the street. So it is magnificent out there. Hi, Barb, Todd, and Tim from Jerry. And hi, Brian from Barb. And there's Brian from Jerry. I am Jerry. That is so exciting. I had no clue what time I'd be let out today. And I am out of Facebook jail. That's, that was a very stressful, that was like 6 weeks. 6 weeks of being in Facebook jail was horrible. Why? Because it is Christmas time. So do you know how many groups I got tagged in that I lost it on sales because I couldn't reply? How many questions I was asked that I couldn't answer, and so I looked like an a-hole because I didn't answer them. Yeah, it sucked. So, but we're back at it. We're going to post good things. We're going to make sure everything is good to go. We had an amazing week last week with one of our suppliers, and we were looking forward to 2025. They were on board with having the name change. It made sense to that, and so that will be starting on December. Let's look at the schedule, because that's something I want to talk about as far as scheduling goes. We will be printing right up till Monday, 23rd, 24th, but through Monday. So you have a week left to get orders in. And then we'll be back at it the 26th, 27th. Same on the following week. We'll print on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. And then our first show is actually going to be January 3rd with the new name change, the new banner, the new graphics. Yeah, we're going to put all that there. So that's my during these last 2 weeks of the year. That's that. I'm going through end of year stuff that is billing, to see what we actually used, what we didn't use, so I can cancel some of those services, refine a few things, make sure that our partners are happy with what we've done this year for them, and if not, what we can do to change that, and then looking forward to see what kind of partnerships we can work next year. We'll continue to push on the DTF side of things, and on the retail side of things, and we're going to keep rocking and rolling on it. Cindy, good morning to you. I'm drinking cranberry Christmas energy drink. It is so foggy I can only see as far as my block. Same. We couldn't see the end of the street here. 5 things, just one. SOS, I need a digitizer for Left Chef's logo. I got you, Cindy. Vitor is who, when I send people for digitizing, I will give you that information. The digitizing, because I think it's just vitordigitizing.net, if I remember correctly, but I will grab that and put it in the comments. A lot of people I know use Vitor and have had amazing success. So what's I'll do for it. How was the show this weekend? Saturday here was a straight up ice rink. Like, we had Amy, who we know from the trade show circuit. She had helped before in the Trouble Me Not booth. So if you've been to any shows, DAX, Kansas, any of the DAX shows you'd seen Amy at, and before she took her other career path, and it was Saturday afternoon. Of course, like, hey, you want to do a date night tonight? I'm like, sure, why not? Let's go. And then it turned into, well, we're going to have a late lunch, early dinner, because she was just passing through, and then it was an ice skating rink outside, and then kids were there, so it was just, let's go out to dinner. It was absolutely treacherous out there, just slipping and sliding around. Well, I think we're safe. We'll see how everything lays out. But man, how was the show on Saturday? Because I know you were there this weekend. How did it all turn out for you, Cindy? Let's see what we got there. Hi, Cindy from Barb. Hi, Cindy from Jerry. Jenny, good morning. 48 foggy there. Water in the cup. That fog, man. There's no joke with that. Hi, Jenny from Jerry. Sean, good morning. 65 there in North Dallas. Light rain. Getting orders complete to be out of here by Wednesday. I need to submit royalty reports. Yeah. And that's where we were going through on looking at the different ones where things that we owe stuff to, people that owe us stuff. I'm leading to lay the hammer down on some, because there's somebody that didn't realize how much they owed on stuff, and how. And I know it's because it was, this billing cycle is usually more because they're just busier. So I was like, hey, all right, as long as we get paid by the end of the year, we're fine. Because next month, I feel like traditionally in our business, and you guys can, tell me how it is in your business, that about these next 6 weeks, it tends to slow down. So halfway, mid-December here, it's like finishing up orders for Christmas, last-minute orders there. If you're a retail shop, you'll go right up into it. But then it seems after that dies down till about the 3rd, 4th week of January, and then we can start in on some Valentine's Day things. So as soon as the 26th hit, we'll use that last week to kind of reset year in review. As soon as January 3rd there, then it'd start, hey, what can we do for Valentine's Day, and start showing that stuff off. Content creation, content building, do all of that, because, it is a slower time for us. January, I'm going to ask in the group, because now I can post back in groups. I will find out in the group who is all going to Long Beach for the Impressions Expo. Traditionally, when we went out there, they had, we'd seen Smash Mouth out there, the rock event. We'd seen Smash Mouth. We'd seen Coolio. We'd seen Everclear. So there was a lot of, from our 90s stuff in there. And now the band that's playing this year, I don't remember them. I think they're more of a 2000s band, and more of like I don't know, like the emo rock maybe. And so traditionally we stick around and do that. But I don't know. There might be other stuff going on that we're, parties and that we're going to do. But we would love to, meet up with anybody that's there. I talked to my mentor, and one of the real things that I need to do is I need to make sure that I either have postcards, business cards, something for DTF transfers. As I'm talking to these people, and here's this, hey, yep, here's where you can find this, more information. Here's this, just go here. So I really need to stay on with that as I'm talking with people. I need to get more out there because we're in that area yet. How well are we going to do? Not as well as DAX Chicago, because we are local, but just make sure that we're moving and grooving and talking to people, talking to other vendors, seeing what they're doing, how are things working for them, and just get out there and network. Our goal is to focus on that one-day ship area from here, and that seems to work really decent for us. And so that's what we're going to continue to do on there. Coffee. Yeah, I got coffee in my cup today. Which have we ever decided? Is this one cup of coffee 32 ounces at 1 cup. There it is for it. And there is the little, whatchamacallit. There's the link for you, Cindy. And there we go. Kyle, I'm disappointed in you because it is the 16th of December. And it could be because since I haven't been able to use groups that I missed it, but we haven't had our Christmas teal discussion yet, have we? As far as teal trees and things like that. There's a couple things that I was looking at, and I'm like, and the color said teal. And anytime now I hear teal, and it has been for a while, I think Kyle and like teal's not a real color because they had 4 different teals and none of them matched. Not a real color. Rena, good morning to you. Rena, we'll see Rena in a month because we are, as it stands right now, looking at it, we are going to be going out the 21st. So we're going to be flying out the 21st, I believe, and coming back on the 26th or 27th. So we'd be gone for that week. There won't be any disruptions in print schedules, print timing, because we have that. We'll get everything squared away for there. But what's crazy, I find this super fascinating when it comes to flights, is that we usually will fly from here to LAX. LAX, then we'll get the rental, we'll drive down to San Diego, we'll hang out there a couple days with Kelly, then we'll come back and go there. It was cheaper, or sometimes we've done Chicago there and it was ridiculously cheap. It was cheaper for us to fly it from here to San Diego than it was for us to fly to here to LAX and even Chicago to LAX. So that really threw us off, but hey, smaller airports, easier in and outs, I'm cool with that. But that's what we're doing. We're doing that, and then we're wrapping up the details on the Airbnb, and we're getting all there because, man, like $270 a night for a room. Come on, I'm getting an Airbnb for that kind of cost, kid. Let's see the bamboo. Oh, Barb, I got so freaked out over the weekend because I saw no less than 10 videos saying that Bamboo Lab was going bankrupt, and that's why they had the fire sale, and that's why things aren't shipping right now because they're trying to use that cash to manufacture things because things were light, and I'm totally like freaked out over it. I'm like, that's not true. I know it's not true. I know it's not true, but you see enough stuff, start to think that it's true. Sarah, good morning to you. 37 and foggy and rainy. Hot apple cider. How's hot apple cider treating you, Sarah? How's that working out for you? Is it doing good? Oh, Alan, how are you getting? So, and it just depends. It's like, a picture, a comment, anything can go against their terms of service, which is ridiculous because the things that have put me there, and the one that put me here this time was one that I shared that had been on Facebook for about a year, at least a year. So that one was actually before the review committee, and we'll see how that all plays out. But I said, hey, I don't understand how we can share something that we're finding on Facebook and our content is flagged and that isn't. So I'm just staying away from a lot of stuff because I don't want to mess around with it. Sean, since I've been belonging once back in 23, I am not planning to go to 25. I'm going to do a restructure to see what I'm really going to niche down to. That's a great thing to do, Sean. Great thing to do because there's so many different things going on and so many different things that we want to do. Like for us, people know us as DTF printers, but we do so much more than that. And that was my bad. Our focus in 2020 when DTF came aboard, we really went hard on that. People didn't realize that we did the other things, that we could still print signs, banners, decals, that we could still print printed HTV, that we could still cut HTV, that we still did sublimation and temporary tattoos, and all these other things because we went to DTF. And we've lost some of our people. We've lost some of our views. We've lost a lot of our following. Not a lot of our following, but we've lost a lot in those different ones. So that's what we're spending these last couple of weeks doing is restructuring on what we want to be because we want to appease to all the people. Like when, the end goal is to get as many people in our mentorship community as possible. It's cheap. It's $20 a month. So one of the things that I've had 2 mentors now tell me is they said, you need to double that price at least. So if you're in before we do the price raise, you'll be fine with it. But after that, it's for what's, the amount of time, the amount of cost, everything that you're putting in it, you personally, this is what you need to do. Like, all right, cool. So that is going to be coming. But there's so much other things. Like this weekend, rabbit holes that I went down, down 3D print rabbit hole. That's just a given of the different things that we're looking at. A couple I think it was like a month or so back, things that I wanted to do, and one of them was start woodworking. And there's simple little projects that I like working with my hands. When I'm being creative, and I don't know how some of you guys are, but when I'm being creative, when I'm designing work, when I'm working with my hands, when doing that, it's like my zone. I'm in it. Everything around me is kind of zoned out. I have tinnitus, and it doesn't seem to bother me as bad when I'm focused on something. So working with my hands, doing stuff with the laser, being able to do that. Staying in front of a printer, watching a print, no. Standing in front of a cutter, watching it cut, no. Weeding, fine. So it was like, what other things? Well, hey, I want to try some of this stuff. I want to, do a little more 3D printing and showing the different aspects of that. Love to get into more woodworking stuff. CNCs out there. There's a bunch of other toys and things that I want to do. And so that's kind of, why the name is going to change, because nobody's searching for morning mindset. There just isn't, that they just aren't. That's part of it. The business success group for that, nobody is really searching for that. So, what are we looking at? We're all makers. We're all makers and movers, and that, my friends, is going to be the new name. Makers and movers is what everything is going to switch over to. So you'll see different branding of stuff, different, websites, different things like that. Everything will still link back the same, but that is what it's going to be. Logos done for what it is. We'll see what else, but it allows for us to be able to show our content creation to potential affiliates, to potential partners, to be able to put it all in one spot. So more short form content from us, more keeping the podcast going, which is on this side of it. It'll be Movers and Makers podcast. We're going to get it on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, all the places that we're able to do that with it. We're going to start promoting that more. That's where you guys help out, because you'll promote more. So looking really, to see what else we can do with that going into 25. I usually switch to blue. Isn't a Christmas color for the month of December. Blues. We don't have blue Christmas tree this year. I will say that because of you. No. And Cindy said the toy show was good weird. My sparkly purple booth was a big draw among the black booths. Yeah, because I did see some of the pictures. They were all black drapes, because I think that was right. As a female that speaks Star Wars and Marvel, I'll help drive my sales. Know your audience. I bet. Evelyn, hey y'all from Orlando. Happy holidays, Dan. Happy holidays to you as well, Evelyn. I usually get a cheaper flight from DFW to Long Beach instead of LAX. Yeah, for us, it was always like cheaper to fly Chicago to LAX, like really cheap. And this time, no, it wasn't. And we're like, okay, well, let's start, because since we're going to San Diego, Kelly's new shop, they're moving into it now. So they'll be closed here for inventory for 2 weeks. And they'll be able to get things rocking and rolling there at the new place. And from that, they'll be like 2 blocks off the ocean, right? Off the beach, 2 blocks off the beach. And so it'll be fun to see that new spot for it. So we're looking forward to going down there to visit. But yeah, flights are crazy. There's been some times where there was something that we looked at. Was it last year? And that's one of the reasons that we didn't go. It was cheaper for us to fly to Ireland from here than it was for us to fly from here to LA, which was crazy. It was like, there's no way. And there's even times when it comes to us, like when we'll go to Mexico, it is cheaper for us to fly to Mexico than it is for us to fly to LA. It's just wild how that works. Now we have an Allegiant here, and so we try and book things around that on places we're going to go, because they fly out of here and flights are cheap on it. So I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to do for what's that other one? APA in February. So we'll start getting a list of all the shows in there that are around people, and we'll get information to them, so that way everybody can go to it. Hi, Sarah and everyone. John, I have a Snap Maker 3D. Ooh. Hey, Janessa, I got your email on the pants. Those are going to get ordered. We'll get them in there. We'll get everything out for you. So, yes. This was the first year that I did vending and realized on the Saturday that I take too many things so that people cannot focus. 100% agree with that. And something that I've noticed is that when you take too much, that it is too much for them to decide what they want. If you stick on one thing, a theme for the event, a few things here and there. I went to a booth, and they were a woodworker, and they had cutting boards on one side. They had banks on the other side, and what was in the middle? I don't remember now what was in the middle of it, but they had it laid out pretty nice where it was those three things. Might have been games and or some little stuff there, but I don't think they had more than 10 total products in their booth. And, it just made it simple. Here's what I want. Here's what I go with it. So I'm good with that. Oh, 70 degrees down there in Orange County. Nice to see you. It's 40s here and foggy. I need to get down to Florida soon. My 3D bulbs were a big hit this year. Show them off. We would love to see them. On YouTube, Jennifer Mick did a huge video on the Bamboo 3D printer. I'll have to go watch that. We've looked, and so we talked to somebody, and I'm like, man, the P1S, so the one that has the case on it, because there's one without a case, the one with the case. And they're like, for what you're doing, why don't you just get the A1 and just get the AMS Lite with it and go there and start with that and show it off and go from there. I'm like, it saves like $300 doing it that way. So I don't know. I'm still going back and forth. I have a brand new Laguna lathe that has not been touched. I love working with my hands. I haven't worked on a lathe in 30 years, but the last thing I did was build a table. And even on that, I was like using the lathe to do the runs and the legs. And those are things that I miss doing. I was looking at a couple oversized sheds, she sheds, whatever. They're he sheds. They were like 12 by 24. Like, I could get that and just put a shop out in that, and it would just be for woodworking. It would just be for this. It would just be for that. And I said, that's what I want to do. The joys of working from home is I can do whatever I want and put my mind to it. But what are things that I really enjoy doing? And I love making things with my hand. I love, providing knowledge and value that I have. So if I can create some videos off it and show my ins and outs of it and how to do it, like the big thing is like on the just cooking. Like if I had in the perfect world, it's a total cooking YouTube channel. Like this weekend, I made some dildo. I made some dill pickle bread. That's what I did. I'd seen it and I was like, oh man, that sounds good. And mind you, I'm the only one who really eats pickles in this house. So the faces the people were making when I said, just try it. Amazing. That was worth the price of admission there. But it was a no rise dough. It was done in an hour, rock set, ready to go. And then from there, I did a sausage cream pasta for dinner last night. That was, I love cooking. And when it's nice outside, if I could cook everything outside every day, I would. So why not use that to create content with it? So I'm really wanting to do it. I'm really like to do it. Yay! Right, Sarah. And Janessa said, I like the sound of makers and movers. Me too. And that's what we ended up going with it. Sean, I have an Ender 3 S1 Pro, so that does a good job of printing. Yes, she does. It's very nice. Is that bling on your head? So this is leather patch and then hand stoned. So yes, combo of both. That's what we got. So excited for Kelly. It's gonna be nice. We've seen stuff over the weekend of moving in because that's one of the things that we've made. A lot of influencers, a lot of creators, a lot of owners of companies we're friends with. So we see a lot of behind the scenes things that we can't talk about because it's that friends thing. It's that unspoken rule. It's like, hey, don't say shit about this. And we're like, all right, yep, 100%. But the place is looking amazing. It is looking so amazing, and I can't wait to see it in spot. I know, I can't wait to go there. We'll be there in just over a month, right? Field trip. Janessa, you got plenty of time off work. You should just come out to Long Beach. I think you should. And Barb might be coming up there. Ooh, why? Why do people come north in the winter? I don't get it. Evan, our winter has been crappy. Very little snow. I love that. Barb says, our winter's been crappy. Very little snow. Me, I'm like, our winter's great. Very little snow. We were, in fact, I'm going to show you something on, I think I still have the picture of it, and I'm going to see if it's there. Let's see, because we were looking at where the hell is it at? We we were looking at when I said places to move in that, and when we were going through, what are I don't think I have it saved on my phone, but it was where things were there, and it was like here, everything below here. So once you get out of Southern Illinois, it's like everything south gets less than 6 inches of snow a year, and for us, we're in the higher end because we've got like 3 different zones in Illinois, and since we're in Northern Illinois, I'm just like, see, I don't need to move super south. Just get me out of the snow. The Big Lake is not completely frozen over yet. It snows, then melts. Highly disappointing. I'm not disappointed at all. I agree about the booths. I changed it up according to show. This weekend, I didn't take bracelets because the gamers don't wear them. But key fobs and keychains were big sellers. There we go. Know your people. I was planning my 2025 trips last night. I'm definitely going to make it San Diego, one of those trips. Awesome. Like, we'll be there in December. And then Vegas is on the schedule for February. I think Disney is on tap for November. And then I'm sure Corey will go on a few girls' trips in there. So there it is. Right, Jerry? Snow isn't all it's cracked up to be. It's just cold water. It's just frozen water. Not down with that. But if that's your thing, like, we have friends, that they've got sleds and they will, they'll go up north. They'll go up north to go to take their snow machines, yeah. And because there's not snow around here. And so I'm like, you literally, have, tens of thousands of dollars in this stuff that you use once or twice a year, and you have to go up north for it. I'm not about that. Sydney, that's on tap for this weekend, this coming week, because we just went through, like, we had to get stuff done for Chex Mixes. I don't know. I think Corey made like 4,000 pounds of Chex Mix this weekend. I don't know what she did because she had dates wrong on stuff. But that's said next weekend. That's the baking weekend, because with the kids being out of school, and that throws it off, because traditionally we have a couple more days before they're before Christmas time is here. So this weekend will be a baking weekend. So we'll get stuff done. Chocolate cheese out there. Yeah, frozen water like pina colada in Florida. I'm down with that. Pina colada in Florida. I pina colada in Mexico sounds better because it's an all-inclusive resort, so I don't have to pay for it. So that's what it is. That's where it is for it. If you're having winter, go big or go home. I can see that. We need the moisture for sure. I see all of that, but I could be fine with it just being rain. Like, Saturday, I was hoping for colder temperatures so we would get snow instead of the freezing rain, because that just freezing rain sucks. I either need to be warmer to give me rain or colder to give me snow, because there was just, what, eighth of an inch? How much did we get here, Cindy? Like an eighth of an inch, a quarter inch of ice here. It was bad. It was just not good. So I'm there with it. I get it. All right. So this week, last week before Christmas, everything will continue on. You place your orders. Everything is, if you place your orders today, it's shipping out by tomorrow. That's how everything, we're right on that track for it. Place it today. Chances are it could ship out today, but in all likelihood, we're saying place an order today, it ships out tomorrow. That'll go up until next week. As we get into the new year, when we do things, we were going to get back to bundle drops. So you'll see those on Thursdays. That's the plan. So you can, we'll get right into the holiday ones of Valentine's Day, and then we've got St. Patrick's Day, and then we've got Easter. So we'll make sure to get those going along. So if there's any requests that you have, let me know, because we'll make sure to start looking at bundles for those. Or, Makers and Movers will be, rebranding as that. So you'll be able to, find us in all places there. And, like I said, this week is kind of that crunch week. Get everything out before Christmas. Next 2 weeks after that, or the next, week, next week with being Christmas, there's not going to be a whole lot going on. It's more a lot of review. So, I'm not anticipating a bunch of sales then, but hey, if it happens, it happens. How does your time work now from the end of the year? That's what I want to know. Wait, when are you in Vegas? First week, second week, APA. I'll look and I'll get back to you. That's when we're tentatively going right now. we got to work out some logistics on childcare and make sure everything falls into place because we're just used to, a few weeks prior to it. So might just be me. I don't know. We haven't, Corey. Plan is really for Corey to go as well. She's never been to Vegas, so I figure what better time to take her than there. So that's what we got. Okay, with that, we've got our mentorship call that is starting in a half an hour. So I need to go over there and get that set up. If you're not part of our mentorship community, guess what? You can just by right over there. The price is going to go up on that. That's going to go up. It's going to double in price here in the next month. So make sure to put everybody info out there for it. All right. You guys have an amazing day. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we'll see you Wednesday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure to like and subscribe and share, because it really helps. So until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you.